Hey, you guys. Yeah, you guys been waiting for me to come on. Put too much highlighter under my eyebrows. Probably didn't even need all that. But waiting for Mister to come on down and join us. All right, rocking my natural. Hey, boo. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mister to come down and join us. And so let me write down what this episode is about. Episode 3. Oh, I think I was supposed to do it this way. Episode 3. And this one is about. What was the title of this one? Oh, I forgot. Hey, y'all. I need my phone. Somebody tell me what the title was about. I know what it's about, but I forgot exactly how I worded the title. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. Okay. All right, so I'm back. And so the title was um hold on. Let me look in this phone. Helping your spouse through mental and spiritual troubles or health. Hey. Alright. So now we got that. Pin that comment. Alright. So, hey everyone. Thank you for joining us. I wonder if we should have this sideways or straight up because I feel like we're not all the way in frame. So, yeah, I should have had it this way. But anyways, so let's start off this topic. Helping your spouse through mental and spiritual troubles. Hey, cuz. Hey, everyone. I'm glad you decided to join us, and I hope you guys are blessed beyond measure. Yes. Hey. But anyway, so, why are you looking so? You alright? You good, babe?
Continue.
All right. So, do you want to start us off in conversation?
Uh,
You scrolling through your phone? Are you nervous?
no, I didn't get to do my social media scroll.
So you're gonna do it while we on the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. All right. So you want to start us off, or you want me?
Go ahead.
All right. So I tell you,
Who is this? What's this?
I don't know what that is.
Well,
Someone
let's see.
asking for something. It's not pressing. What's happening? Oh, you changed it. Go live. No. Oh, somebody requested.
I didn't do that. What? So why would I automatically do that for?
I don't know. But anyways, uh, my bad, y'all. So my bad, my bag, whatever. Anyways, helping your spouse through mental and spiritual troubles. I think it's so important to help your spouse through whatever they're going through because once you guys are married, it's like a connection. What's up? It's a connection that you guys. Oh, that was you by accident. Okay, no problem. I was like, what is that? Okay, no problem, hun. But yeah, so it's like a spiritual connection that you two should have, right? And so one, it's like a part of your body. When something's not working right, the other part won't work right either, right? So I feel like it's important to make sure that you guys, um, are in unison. And if someone is going through something, you should help them. You know what I mean? Help your spouse. I feel like with me personally, in the beginning, we really didn't know how to do that. And it was I that was kind of going through some mental, spiritual stuff in the beginning of our marriage. And I really didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything about depression. And so he didn't know how to deal with that. He was just like, okay, I see her crying all the time and, she going through something, but I don't get it. And so it was like, how do I, fix this? And I really feel like you can help your spouse through it, but you can't fix them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can motivate them, encourage them spiritually, and pray for them. But I feel like that person has to deal with whatever it is that they're going through on the inside. And I feel like only God can really heal that and help them through it. But not help them through it, but heal it, and heal. And healing is a process. It's not an overnighter. God heals everything, but healing is definitely a process, and it's mental, and also spiritual. And so, yeah, would you agree that?
Agree with what? I mean,
that
what?
You can help your spouse through, but not actually fix them.
I mean, this is what we're here to help in all aspects of these.
Right.
We have to
we're
help.
helpmates.
We have to help, regardless of what it is. It's in the way of. I think it depends on what kind of help. I mean, and what type of help are you trying to give? Are you trying to fix somebody, or are you trying to, are you trying to solve the problem, or or you trying to fight, or you're trying to figure out, what is the problem, so you can fix it, or try to help you, maybe get to the bottom of it. But I see things very as far as helping your spouse through the mental and spiritual troubles. As far as the signs and whatnot, I mean, patterns do change. People might come home and don't want to be bothered, or yeah. See, that's the only thing I'll be saying. And as far as my opinion on how to help when it comes down to that, because that stuff is very spiritual. Mentally, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know what's really going on, with your spouse. You just try to figure out, is it something that you did or something that you said, or, you know what I'm saying? But, that can be very, you know what I'm saying? That could be fixed, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to bring this down
with
a little bit.
That could be fixed in maybe a conversation or something, or, something was, but when it comes down to mentally and spiritually, especially spiritually, I believe just an open ear. And are you able to really, are you paying attention, because maybe that person, maybe your spouse has been going through it for a while and you've been so caught up in what you're doing, ain't seen any pattern, then, all that'll do is just make a person feel, isolated and feel alone and carrying on. So, I believe as far as paying attention, pay attention to your spouse, and see what, because maybe something happened in the family, maybe, something happened in the job, maybe you lost a job, or maybe you just got a job, or whatever it is.
No, you live there.
But that's my opinion, as far as paying attention, seeing how they're thinking about, or maybe if all of a sudden everything that you say, or everything that you come or saying something, and they're being negative all the time about a certain situation, and they're just being, they're just double down and deep, whatever y'all want to say it, but they're always down, seem like all the time. They don't want to go nowhere. It's important to take yourself out of your day and time and figure out what how your spouse doing. And I say the only way for you to do that is any time that y'all finally go, in the morning time, you go here, he go here, and then whatever it is, y'all, when y'all come back at the end of the day, it's always, I think it's always good to just say, hey, how was your day? Are you okay? So, I mean, just simple stuff like that, because that right there should really open it up. Like, okay, well, no, I ain't really feeling well today. So-and-so pissed me off at work or something,
and it actually helps
whatever it is, or something spiritual could be going on, and and when there's something spiritual going on, I believe, you can't really do nothing but pray and you have to open your ear. You know, I don't care if it don't make any sense because a lot of times it don't make no sense.
Because you don't even know
well,
what's
and
really
then
going
it don't make
on.
any sense as far as you hearing it, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But it does make a lot of sense. But you're like, I don't know what you're going through, and you sound crazy. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're in a midlife crisis or whatever it is. I think it's good for you to open your ear and listen.
Yeah.
That's gonna solve it. To me, that solves a lot of problems. When you just trying to fix it. Well, I'm gonna send you some videos and some scriptures, and that shit to help you. Nah, all that don't work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? How about you just
I just
listen
need you to listen to
and
me.
try to get and then I don't care if it's the same problem over and over again. It's something that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you might need to listen some more. And try to be there. And sometimes you just be there for them.
Yeah.
Just being there.
Because
that's why we
it's
got married
nothing.
anyway.
Yeah,
But
and it's
anyway.
nothing worse than going through something mentally or spiritually and feeling
Yeah,
alone
Bucks.
and
I agree, Bucks.
isolated. Yeah, like really hear you is definitely yeah. And so it's nothing like feeling alone in your situation. Even you feel like, oh, I'm married, but you know what I'm saying, I'm all alone because nobody's listening to me. Nobody's like hearing me, like truly hearing me. And it's like for depression, I can tell you firsthand, it's definitely the worst feeling to feel isolated and alone. Anyone going through depression don't want to feel alone. They want to feel like someone is there for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? That helps uplift you. And I feel like that is the one single most thing that helped me going through that time. Um, and it can be really dark. It's just to know that you have someone who loves you, who care for you. You have like a support system, a friend who's encouraging, even if you're not married. A friend who's encouraging, who can check up on you, make sure you're okay, pull you out of your rut. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those things are super helpful when going through mental health issues. Or spiritual issues of any sort, and definitely prayer. The best thing you could do for your friend or for your spouse is to pray for them when they're going through something, because it's not easy. It's not easy going through stuff. Like, the devil plays in your mind. That's the first thing that they play on, is your mind and your emotions. And sometimes you don't even realize what you're going through. You're just feeling it and going through the emotions, and you don't know what it is. But you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what it is that you try to do, it's just kind of like overcoming you. But when you have a support system or someone in your corner, that loves you and are genuine about their love for you and sincere about it, it kind of helps motivate you to get up out of that. Like, let me motivate and encourage myself to get up out of that. And like I said, prayer is definitely work. But whatever it is that you're going through, spiritually, healing is a process. Go to God about it and go through the process of healing. Go through the process of whatever it is that has to be pressed down.
Well, back on how the spouse and all that kind of stuff. I would say, what are things that you're not supposed to do? If anybody could, maybe get their opinion. My thing is try to control the situation and try to solve. I mean, it's always us to try to help them, try to help our spouse and solve and try to, and try to fix the situation. You can't fix spiritual situations, because maybe God is on that they tell about something, about getting something done or didn't do something, or God's trying to change them and get them to, to change their
Build them up.
mind frame, and and ain't nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
But just be there for them, pray.
That's why it's a process.
And
Gotta go
just because
through
you send videos and just because you send, and you be encouraged and you call and check, sometimes that ain't gonna always just always work.
Yeah.
And it might be a longer process, and it's gonna test your faith at the same time.
Yeah, try not to make it about you and just be there.
And you can't be sitting there like, oh man, I gotta go home because this dude or blah 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 is upset, he's depressed. I don't know what's going on with the thing. I'm living my life. I'm happy. I don't know what's going on with this person here. It's just, I would say, just be there. As long as you there for a person, especially in a spiritual attack or in spiritual troubles, or maybe somebody's parent has died, or mom had died. Well, I haven't experienced that yet. So, but
God forbid.
Yeah, God forbid. But it's there just to be there, and not try to, literally fix it and solve it and try to move on, because everything just can't be fixed and move on. In some situation, between y'all, it maybe could, but maybe some things might start to come up in this, in their head from as a child or something, and it's time to, get that stuff out, Who knows? I'm just saying, I think personally, you just be there and you love, 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 love. It doesn't matter if they're upset, if they're just getting to the point where, man, look, you get on my nerves because you sit here on this couch too long, you're not doing nothing, you eating ice cream all the time, or whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, but you're not doing nothing, you don't want to go out nowhere, I'm getting tired of this, do something. But I think, what I'm saying, but, and you got to be there with them.
Yeah, Curtis, so true. Sometimes it's just to be a witness. Let your spouse solve it themselves so they know, they would know. But you can lead them in the right direction if you want. Yeah, definitely. I concur with all of those things.
If you can lead, but sometimes you might not be able to lead. Sometimes your goal is just to be there for them. Because maybe you could lead them into the
right direction. I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
You said you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes, leading might not, God might be telling you, for you to go on somewhere. I just want you just to be a husband, or I want you to be a wife. I don't need you doing nothing.
Yeah, let me work on that.
Do anything. This is,
because sometimes you gotta go through that fire to be sharpened, baby. So, and that sometimes that fire is hot. You know what I'm saying?
But I tell you one thing.
And you be going through, been there, done that.
And these spiritual troubles and these mental issues, I have seen a lot of marriages go down.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know if you noticed, but I feel like mental illness has been really huge. It's like basically a dilemma right now. Like, if you watch social media, social media plays a big part of it as well.
I can't solve everything, but just long that I'm here to help.
I'm here. Yeah, definitely.
That's all I'm
saying. That's essentially that's really vital. You know what I'm saying? But it's very important, and vital to just be there in that moment. But what I can say though, and I'm gonna keep it really real with you guys, because that's what we're about, right? Real talk. When a spouse is going through something, whether mental or spiritual, it can be a burden onto the other spouse, even with just being there. Why? Because you know that they're going through something and you want them to be their best human self. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hard just watching them going through a process that they're hurting. You know what I'm saying? But that God has something bigger, once they go through this process and deal with those unresolved issues or the root of that issue. But I will say it's tough because you feel it too. You know what I'm saying? When you have that deep spiritual connection with your spouse, you feel it too. And you never want to see someone go through. It's like your child. You know what I'm saying? You see your child sick, or you see your child hurting or in pain. You want to fix it. You want, I don't know if it's a wife thing or a nurturing thing, but I know for me that it is just tough seeing someone go through something, because we've both been there in our own challenges, you know what I'm saying? But being supportive is definitely being supportive to a spouse going through something, whether you understand or not, helps in a major way. Yeah, so true.
In a major way.
It helps in a major way, but it definitely, I don't want to say that it's burdensome, but in a way, it kind of is. It's just because you see, like I said, you see this person going through something, and you're just like, man, how do I fix this? How do I make it better for them? How do I help them through this process so they can, how do I make them understand what's going on? Because if you've been there before, you kind of want to be like, okay, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to go through this part, and then you're going to come to this part, and then you're going to come to this part. It's like, I want to speed it up for them so it's not too hard, like how it was hard for me, because, you know what I'm saying?
But
then you can't do that.
That's when you become selfish, because you're just trying to get over stuff. Just have them get done with it because you don't like what you see, and you want the household to be back to normal again. life don't always work like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you get what I'm saying though? Like
course,
it could
yes,
be,
yes, I understand.
yeah, because
I felt the same way about you. I was like, man, look, man, I don't know what's going on, but look, man, can we get on with this stuff, or at least, just, act normal. You know what I'm saying? So I can move around here,
right?
A little bit better, cause you.
That's how, yeah.
But that kind of where stuff gonna go wrong because, it's gonna show you really quick that you have no control of everything.
No control, like no control, and it just goes to show
the situation don't make the other person better or tell them how to get better.
Can be very challenging.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people walk away. Like, man, look, I don't know what's going on with you. And I can't take this because now, what you done, what you're going on with, has gotten to me now. Now I'm feeling bad now. I'm just, it's not, it's like somebody got to be able to be strong, and somebody got, there got to be, I think that's kind of why we got married, so that way, whenever you're down, I come in,
we're supposed to be each other helpmates.
And when
that's
I'm
what
down,
the
you
word
supposed to pick me up, and then, just try to keep us both up together because, things are going to happen and, everybody's going to go through certain things.
Yeah.
But
and yeah, that's
it's if you have a control issue and you want to have your hands around everything, that
God gonna humble you real quick.
That mental part and that spiritual part right there, ain't nothing you can do for your spouse. But be there. And I keep telling people that's all you have to do is sit down, be there for them, take time out with with whatever you're doing. Yes, patience and understanding is the key.
Yeah.
For sure.
I tell you what,
when you have no control,
patience and understanding is surely the key. Oh my gosh, like I think that's some.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
understanding. That's the understanding part. What Lenicia said too. And patience. I mean, you summed it up right there. Patience and understanding is key because, like I said, a lot of times you feel like, oh man,
it ain't always easy. It ain't never easy.
Yeah,
I don't think I never saw an easy part today.
Like, tell me which one y'all marriage is easy because, like, I need the.
It ain't easy at all, but it shows that ride or die in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It brings that ride or die. I mean, are you gonna really?
I'm telling you, marriage is not for punks. Okay, I will tell you that it is not for punks.
But
it definitely makes you reflect and look at yourself.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I forgot what I was about to say that you went on. You kept talking right.
Yeah, but because I'll
keep on.
No, I'm just. Because it's so true. Like, marriage is not for punks. And so it really makes you reflect and look at yourself. And,
because I think people get fearful.
Help you correct yourself.
I think the spouse gets fearful after a while. Like, hey, are you going to be stuck like this? For,
right.
For 10 years, I mean, hey, so I don't know what's going on with you, but you're looking crazy. What happened to the
happy-go-lucky person?
I mean, because, it starts affecting everything, the
way you look.
The kids start acting, the kids start seeing it, then, and then mom-in-law start coming over, and they're like, well, how come you didn't come, how come so-and-so didn't come out here and speak to me or something? What's going on? Right. And then, here they go with their little child, and all that other kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff they got to deal with, but I think it tests your
faith,
your faith, and your marriage. And are you really down for this?
The ups and the downs, for goodness.
It just really,
for better or for worse, for sickness and health. I mean, you have to uphold all those vows, and that's why those vows are there, because it's very true.
Yeah,
marriage is hard, and it takes tender loving care to keep it going.
And nothing to walk in the park when it comes down, especially mental and especially what's going on, with the whole social media world. I mean, everything has to be put on blast. I mean, everybody got to take pictures, where they're going, their vacation. Everybody
makes it look like
it's awesome. Everybody taking pictures, and the world is so much different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody lives their actual life for this thing right here.
Social media.
Some people get up, take a picture, post. Get up this morning, about to have a great day, post. And then they
probably sat inside.
Be in the car driving, then they playing some song and they singing the song while they recording, and they get to work. Finally at work, about to get this grind on. Then they post again. Oh, about to get off work. Finally, I'm about to give you some food. It's out of control. And that plays a big part in this mental thing. Because everybody that's acting like they got money, don't really got no money. you know, and a whole bunch of other stuff, you know. So.
And then some people that, they show you all the goodness, and not saying that it's not true. Like, they show you a lot of, the perks of marriage, like they're, like he said, on vacation, they're living their best life, all that. Oh, Lord, let this don't go down. But oftentimes, I hope that you guys still see us. But oftentimes what you don't see is, the realness. Like when someone is down and out, when they're having challenges. And of course, everybody's not going to put that on display. But I feel like it's so important and vital to talk about, because if not, you're going to have this fairy tale image of what marriage looks like, and it's not real. And the minute that someone who sees all of this and they get into a relationship and they get serious and they get married, and all they ever seen was glitz and glam, and they don't have like real role models of what marriage looks like him and I, we don't have role models of what marriage looked like growing up.
No, just winging it.
Exactly, winging it, and then something happens, like, someone going through mental health or depression or, some spiritual battle they going through, and the minute that they happens, it's like, boom, what? I ain't signed up for this. I'm gone. Like, I'm not dealing with this. This is not the person I met. You changed. You know what I'm saying? And then people like to say, oh, I outgrew him. Like, so why did you outgrew him? I thought you guys were in this together. Whatever is going on, you have to pull that person up with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to have patience enough to stick in there. Well, if you aren't having any conflict, you aren't getting any work done on your relationship. Exactly.
Yeah, but y'all just that rolling through true. Everything.
Like I say, sharpened by fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
What I was gonna say? I don't know. I'm looking at this charge thing.
I know it's bothering me. I'm like, please don't cut off his charging.
Oh, do anybody got anything that they want to say? Or
any questions that you want to ask?
We learning from y'all, so
yeah, we learning from y'all.
We going back and forth.
We're not no experts, but we feel like sharing in this stuff is like, some important to talk about sometimes.
Yeah,
right.
Somebody's really, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that too. Someone's real angry and they want to just.
But I don't know. Being married. It like I said, it comes with its trouble and all that. But mentally, even with mental issues, I think it is okay. I don't think it's okay, but a lot of people starting to do it. I think it is okay for to what to what I'm saying, ask for counseling. If you need that, if you need to go to church and talk to the pastor, or go go talk to somebody, like a professional or something, whatever it is. Whatever it is, just keep yourself married. Because as far as this outgrowing
I love what
thing,
she said.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna train.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
As far as that outgrowing thing, I mean, if you thought, anybody had any kind of like shortcoming, or they was in the hood, and their dreams are way lower than yours, why get married anyway?
Mm-hmm.
For that outgrowing thing, I don't understand. I mean, yeah, in some cases, I guess,
I don't think that's real. I don't even want to say that's real. I feel like if you get married, I mean, like she said, what I'm starting to understand is everyone grows at a different rate, even if your even your spouse. So we need to respect their journey and let them get where God had planned for them to go, also while focusing.
You know what, Bucks? I've been trying to say that in them words, but I say it a totally different way. I like that you said that. I love that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said I love what she said. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, because everybody ain't on, and then there's this thing where they say that women are 7 years ahead of dudes or whatever. Y'all mature faster. I don't really understand. I don't really believe that. But I mean, if that's actually true, then sometimes they are going to go off and grow.
Because you find a lot of women saying that.
They'll grow spiritually first.
And you ask them, why
sometimes
did
they will
say that? Thank you, Curtis. and that's why a lot of younger women these days are dating way older, but that don't mean nothing. Cause
because
I'm still 15 in my head.
I'm still
Yeah,
16,
bro.
though. I just can't do that stuff I did when I was 16. But yeah, I do feel that way.
In the head.
Yeah. But I do. That's great because I mean, everybody can grow as fast as as your spouse. Maybe she's tired of
Thank you, boo.
maybe she woke up one day and wanted to just go conquer the world. And you like, man, look here, man. I still want to play the video game, and you gonna go do that. You know what I'm saying? And she go off and make all these big old things happen, all this other kind of stuff. And you like, oh, okay, well,
Are you talking about me?
I think it's time for me to go and get on my grind now. But what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that, oh, you know what? She's way too mature for you. I don't know why she married that dude because she's doing great things in life.
Yeah, well, a lot of times
I mean, it just depends on
women,
who you are, and how you was raised. If your mom taught you to, find somebody that's on the same level as you, that want to go to college and get a 4-year degree and spend your whole life being in debt, for the rest of your life for going to school, then y'all go ahead and do that.
That's kind of rude. But anyways, but what I'm saying is that a lot of women I hear speak about divorce or separation. A lot of times, a lot of times you find them say, if you ask the question, well, why did you separate? Why did you divorce? And you'll hear the women say, particularly, I outgrew him, or he wasn't, where I was at in life.
I started getting all this money, and he wasn't making no money,
and I hear it. And in a way, I kind of understand, but then again, I don't understand. Because my thing is, it's like we all kind of grow sometimes. It's two people coming from two different backgrounds coming together. We're not always going to be leveled, always. You know what I'm saying? One is going to go up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pursue other things. And like I said, we come together not to be like just leveled all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We help each other up at different stages. He might help me out in a different area of my life that I didn't know I was lacking in. I might help him in a different area of life that he didn't know he was lacking in. Mm-hmm. And I feel like women are the intercessors of their marriage. I feel like we are the helpmate that helps push our husbands along. We have a lot of these ideas and stuff like that, and the men are the one who are physical in nature, and what I'm saying, we're helpmates. Physical in nature, we can help them bring those ideas along. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to work together. So that's what it's about. It's working together. It's not about oh, he's not right here. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to work together, help each other, move forward, not leave the other because he didn't get it. That's selfish, really.
I mean, and that can cause, and that's why maybe that your spouse is going to a mental or spiritual trouble,
Right, that's
maybe God is telling them, or maybe maybe
it's God working on them, like,
maybe
okay,
God telling them, okay, look, it's time for you to get on to that same level, and it's time for you to go through stuff.
So let me work on him.
So
because we got two different journeys trying to come together as one. We're not supposed to be on really on the same exact journey. God created me for this path.
Pull each other up.
God created for you to be able to do something, but we're still together, helping each other get to those desired paths.
Yeah, because I mean, you can do, you can be as physical as you want. You can go to school and get any kind of thing you want. You can go be a doctor, whatever. If you're not happy, you're not happy. Money ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Finally, I think it's about your purpose. And once God get a hold of you about your
purpose, about purpose, not about money. You'll find that.
Maybe God will tell you. God will tell you, all right, now it's time for you to stop on the playing. You've been playing too much. I need you to start doing what I need you to start doing. Boom, they go to fight. The fight start happening, and then, you start looking at you like you crazy because you don't know what you want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. It's a big fight. That's why it's important to just be there. That's the only answer I have. It don't need no gifts, no Jordans, no shoes, no here's a big plate of food. You know what I'm saying? No, just being there, having a big ear, listening. I don't care if it's the same crap every day. Just listen. And
it's okay to offer help every once in a while.
I mean, help, but
and offer a gift.
Yeah, well, I don't get gifts and all that, so yeah, maybe talking to yourself. Yeah, work on that. Anyway, maybe give you some more gifts. You know what I'm saying?
He never wants anything.
No, I don't want anything.
That's why I love you, though.
I don't want anything. But hey, I wouldn't mind just opening up the door, and send some Jordans out. You know what I'm saying? But
But I asked you the other day.
See, look, and I was just about to say that. See, but if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you no. Cause I don't like.
I'm not a mind reader. That's our problem. Okay, exactly. What? I'm not a mind reader. Yes or no. But I get it. You just the thoughtfulness of it just being there.
Maybe just being thoughtful.
I like that too.
Not being thoughtful as
I ain't gonna lie. My husband is a little bit more thoughtful than I am sometimes. And I can be a little bit thoughtless. I think it's a lot is going on up here a lot of the times. I'm always thinking about business. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, the kids, the household. So I can be a little bit more thoughtful. Oh, you guys, I wasn't punching holes in the wall. I promise. This came from me trying to put a dresser together, and I scratched myself. No, it came from.
No, she was messing with corned beef.
Corned beef.
And
they can't cut me as it always do. That's why I don't like cooking.
I told her I was about to get up and come and help her, and she insisted on trying to do what she wanted to do.
But did you guys have any questions that y'all wanted to ask us about? Don't have to be a mind reader. Just need to be polite and have empathy and intact. Okay.
For sure. Hey, that's all it is. Hey, Kurt get it, because
Whatever.
What I'm saying? Hey, man, kids are walking in with a whole gang system. Here, baby, I'm just thinking about you. They boom, you're like, oh, I got me a new gang. That's what I be talking about. That's it, Not
and
like,
then the game will cause issues. So why would I buy that?
I would love to have a new pair of Jordans. Oh, you know what? These new shoes in my feet. Stuff.
But then if okay. Let's be very clear. I would do something like that. The other day I went in there and bought him a suit because he was complaining how he don't. Okay, he laughing. You know why he laughing? He was complaining that he don't have enough suits. So I went to the store and I went and picked him up a suit, and he's like, I don't like it. It's too tight. It don't fit well. Like every time I buy him something, he don't like it. So I stopped doing that. I just ask him and be like, come on, let's go. And let's go figure out what you want, because I'm not going to go buy nothing and you don't like it.
Okay. Just to be real with y'all, man, so, she really can't afford.
I do be trying.
She really can't afford, what I'm saying, what I want.
I can't.
No, I want peace and the Porsche.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You might be right.
You can't afford those. But no. But just on the real thing, just being there for them, and that's the only thing that you can do in these spiritual troubles.
Just pray.
Mentally, I don't know. You might want to call for some help because
and
mentally you can turn violent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that too, and it can turn real dark.
I'm just playing with the violent part.
No. Well, I'm saying it can turn real dark for the person if nothing seems to help. So I feel like seeking counsel and professional help can also be vital. I know for us in our relationship. For me in the beginning, I didn't have resources or access to stuff like that. So for me, I turned to church. And that's what helped me, because he calls me like my mom. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is.
Oh,
hey, man,
you did miss
where
everything.
You been at?
I know.
You been gone? Hey, look, come home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to get know with that too. Like, hey, man, find you something to do. Why you worry about me? But I forgot. I said, oh, that's all. She can't by herself. She want me.
Yeah, we want to make sure you're okay.
She want me in the bed. That way, she want me to come home and take care
of her. And I don't
her.
like to sleep by myself, so.
But spiritually, it's very.
Yeah, middleman do help a lot.
It do. Yeah. It do, because you might have a whole lot to say, and you're saying it very angrily, and can't really, and it's coming off wrong. So maybe if you tell it to somebody's in the middle, they could say, well, all he's saying is fix him some dinner. You can't do that. So I don't know, but I'm just making.
And I feel like they interpret what your spouse is saying, like you just said. I feel like they interpret what your spouse is saying a whole lot better, because sometimes we hear them and we're so used to them nagging or complaining about something that every word that comes out their mouth, even if it's not a complaint, we're just like, what now? You know, so you're really not listening.
Very different languages.
So middleman probably is very effective.
Because I speak bad talk all day long. You know what I'm saying?
What that mean?
I speak bad talk. Bad language.
Okay.
See, that's the problem that we have now. She don't understand because she don't be listening. See, that ear right there is always closed.
Mine's is flatter. Yours is no. Had nothing to do with nothing.
I don't know. I really gotta. I think you got a real ear infection. You need to go to the doctor.
No, I don't. But anyways, yeah. So
I can't even get out. You made me. I don't. You're a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, I am a lot of times. That's what makes me unique.
No, but yes, having somebody around, sometimes it's good to, but I would say I always go to the Lord. Go to the Lord or whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, you need to go and pray or
to the Lord.
Meditate, you know what I'm saying? And, that's how you really get, that's how you can get clarity or something. Or sometimes you just got to back up and, like I said, not have nothing to say or do and just be there and just love. Like she said, love. Well,
no, she was saying something else. Oh, so there's a question. Sorry, we just popped up the question.
Can you give
us an example of a situation where support was needed? Man.
Yes, I can.
Okay. You give yours.
I was very, very upset last year about something. I can't remember what it was. And I didn't need no fixing. I didn't need her to come in. I just wanted some support. Like I just wanted her just to listen. I ain't want no answer from her. I didn't need no help with it. I just wanted her just to listen. I just needed support. Like, okay, all right, so are you okay after this? And I was like, yeah. But she just, what, Ed? I'm busy. I got this business I'm running, blah, 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 blah. And I was very, very upset. I just wanted her just to have some support. I just wanted some support. Excuse me.
What I will say,
but I can't remember the thing. I'm trying to exactly remember what it was. It was very serious too. I can't remember. I don't know if you remember, but I don't.
And this is not an excuse to that. But what I will say is that we actually talk a lot. I think you do more of the talking than I do. And I think I listen a lot.
I don't think you listen though.
You don't think I listen?
Man, you be on your laptop at the same time.
No, I have to multitask because the kids are still here. I do take times out to listen. Yeah, I do take the break out to listen.
Just go this and do this and go over.
But it be a lot, and I got ADD. It's very challenging. Okay. Anyway. But okay, for my situation, an example from me is when I was actually going through mental illness, which was depression, as I spoke about earlier. And I felt like because he didn't know what to do, or he's never experienced anything like that, and he wasn't used to seeing me in that dark place, I feel like I didn't get the support at all that I needed from him, which was listening. It was just like, okay, get yourself together, girl. What's wrong with you? I don't understand. And so for me, it just kind of made me spiral even further down because my mom didn't understand it, he didn't understand it, nobody understood it. And you know what? I am happy for that situation because it developed a closer relationship with God for me, because I realized that I couldn't really depend on nobody, and because I didn't understand what's going on, I really had to focus on myself. And it brought a lot of stuff out of me that I didn't know I had in me when I started focusing on myself, embracing myself and who I was mentally, spiritually, and I realized talents that I had inside. That's how I actually built my business, was out of this darkness. Because I wanted to take my focus off of it, and I wanted to, embrace who I was. And because I think I started losing my way and started losing my identity in my marriage, and having kids and all that other stuff. And so out of that darkness came the light. Sounds so cliche, but it's true.
The problem was that I thought I was being supportive by just trying to fix the situation. You know,
That
I
was the
I
problem.
kept
Like
trying
you
to
talked
fix it.
about, that's true.
Like I'll be at work and I'll be like, man, here I go. I'm on the way home to this chick. I don't know what her problem is. Let me go home and try to, like I try to clean up, cook, do whatever. Try to do everything in the world. And it was where I said, man, I don't know what your problem is, man, but after I just kind of step back and just was just there for her, and I just kept my ear open to her. And after that, it's just I kind of stepped.
Except being a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did is I took my hand off the situation, because I didn't know what was going on. I said, look here, I'm just gonna pray for her, and I'm going about my business, And she ended up,
Yeah. Started that business with my cousin Kizzy. Going and then it developed into a different business.
Just see her and listen. Yep. And that go both ways, That's the whole thing. You just see.
Yeah, I was trying to fix it
and listen.
Listen. So true. Yeah.
And once I learned that, I thought she was learning that too, but
No, I feel like I've done a good job at listening to you, especially when you were going through, because I understood it. So it was kind of like I understood what you're going through. But still, I try to make him realize, like, I can't fix you. I can only listen.
No, can nobody fix me, you know what I'm talking about? It's only God.
But at a point, I felt like you was looking for me to fix the situation.
No, I wasn't. No, I don't never.
That's how you approached me.
Well, I don't never expect you to fix anything. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe dinner. Had a couple of things, but you know what I'm saying. But
I'm sorry. I've been doing good these past couple of weeks, though.
I'm not throwing any shots at you. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying. Like, I've been cooking now.
I'm not throwing any shots. We all right?
I've been busy, y'all. Shoot.
But yeah, and then I can respect that too. So.
Hey, Charles.
But just on another level. Yes, being there. And take your hands off situations.
Said it a million times. Being there.
Well,
being there. Patience.
That's got to be said 1,000 times.
Patience and support.
Because people think, man, look here, man, something wrong with you. I don't know what your problem is, but you need to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hey, I can fix it for you. And like I said, man, you throwing a Bible at somebody, or you telling somebody to get up and go to church, or you having all these motivational things. That don't work all the time. For something, for some situations it might.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, man, thank you. You know what? I think I needed that. But sometimes
if the person is not there yet, or ready for that, or haven't even figured out they're going through depression or going through a thing, if they're just going through the motions and they're not there yet, they're not going to accept that, oh, here's the Bible.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, go to church. It feels like you're forcing your opinions on them and you're judging them for where they are.
Even if you know God, and you're going through something, sometimes, you don't want nobody just throw you, here, read this, because I know this, and it does have all the answers in it, in my opinion. But, that don't, I don't really do it.
It does, Curtis. That is so true. Heard what he said. Even providing diversion for them to free their mind for a little while helps. It definitely helps. Mm-hmm. Like going on a little break, going to Florida or Savannah or something, that kind of, it helps.
Yeah, I would say doing all you can without putting your hands on it.
Right.
Whatever that makes them feel good. Whatever that is. If it's something at night, you gotta do it every night, all night. You gotta do what you gotta do. You're supposed to make your spouse feel good anyway. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, I mean, guys think a little bit different. You know what they say?
Okay, who was throwing up hearts? Let me see who's that. Who concurs with that?
Do what you gotta do.
All right.
A climax will take you straight up out of that damn depression. I'm telling you. Whoop, maybe for 5 minutes. But at least it'll get you out of there for a couple seconds. You gotta work hard. You gotta stop all this damn laziness that's going on in these marriages. You gotta put your foot down and you gotta go up there and you gotta work.
Okay. Anyhow.
See, this is the problem. It's a mislive about a book.
No, that's not what it is. I feel a little, yeah.
I'm not throwing no shade at you. See, look.
No shade. I'm just saying you're like,
some kind of way. But here about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you kind of make up for that there. You know what I'm talking about? But guys, anybody got a question?
Somebody help, please. So, you guys have any questions about this? I hope we kind of hit this subject on the head the way you thought we would. If we
Yeah,
have
well,
not,
I feel like
I think we did
we
from
could got
our
a little bit more
perspective.
deeper, but I don't.
Even provide. No, yeah.
I feel like we gotta get way more deeper because spiritual troubles and mental issues are very, very serious. So
Yeah, it's very serious, and
very
what I can
serious
say is
thing,
just
and-
always, seek help in the situation because, like I said, your spouse cannot fix you, and I feel like finding healing or whatever it is that you're going through, and like I said, it's a process, and I feel like seeking help is that process of getting yourself up out of that. And it's important. Like if you find your spouse is just down and just getting darker and darker, I feel like encouraging them to get help, even going with them to get help, having counseling sessions, stuff like that, seeking a professional, I feel like is very vital and important. Janice, do I have an example? I did kind of talked about my example. I believe I did. Like,
example of what?
yeah,
You
if
know
you
what I'm
want me to
saying?
go in detail, I can, of a situation. Well, as we discussed earlier, like mine was going through depression. And so, like I said, I feel like he wasn't there for me in the way that I needed him to be there because he didn't really understand what I was going through. He had never seen it, I had never been through it, never experienced it. And so it was something new for him. And it's like I wasn't myself. And he knew, but he didn't know what to do. And he thought fixing me was going to help. And it only drove me more
Well, I
insane
tried to
because he
fix
wasn't.
it.
Yeah, trying to fix me was going to help. But it was just driving me, getting me even more in a darker place because I felt like because he wasn't understanding, he wasn't listening to me, I felt all alone, and that drove me further into depression, like in a really dark place. And like I said, that's the worst place that you want to be, is to feel all alone.
But well, I say if you're going through a situation, if anybody out there going through something, I would say your spouse can't help you.
They can help you,
Spiritual-wise.
but they can't get you out of it.
Spiritual wise, can nobody help you but God or, whoever you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at them, going them. But I do say it does help to know, that you have somebody there,
Yeah.
at least listening to you and, and starting paying attention to you, like, you know what I'm saying? But I would say, you have to just stay focused, figure out what you have to do, and start.
And learn the lessons out of life too. I feel like that.
Try to find your way out.
helps
I mean,
too.
if you somewhere, where where you don't like where you at in life, you just gotta. I always say try to take your time and figure it out, or just start doing stuff, And if that don't, if that feels
Yeah,
like something
just
else,
start.
just
I feel like
do
a lot of
something.
times we go through depression because we're not doing what we are supposed to be doing spiritually, like the path that God has for us. We're not doing it. We know there's more to life. We want more. We feel it. We yearn it. You know what I'm saying? And we're not doing it. We're just living day to day, and we are just pacifying things. You know what I'm saying? With trying to do other things.
You gotta
know what
help
I'm saying?
yourself
Instead of
change your
doing what you're
routine. Yeah,
supposed
but
to do.
that's hard. That's
And that's the hard part.
very
But
easy said than
you know
done.
what?
Cause I got a couple routines
I
that
feel
I'm
like
trying
you.
to change it all.
I feel like you figure it out once you just start. I feel like a lot of things are just excuses, and people are okay where they're at right now.
I disagree
You know,
with that.
you
It's
start
always
to
somebody
get-
saying that who has already made it. You know what I'm saying?
Because I've
Over the
done
hump.
it, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
but
went through the process.
Yeah, but everybody's mind ain't triggered just the way yours. You know what I mean? People ain't.
No, I went through some deep rooted issues. Like I was like, I already told you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go deep into what my depression was like and like how far on the edge I was. But what I'm saying is that I've been through the process, like having to get over these fears, get over these humps, get over these mountaintops, you know what I'm saying? Or
I've been
low
there.
valleys, really. I should
I
say.
need this one to be bigger than that. Oh, my bad.
We got a few minutes left. So I had to get over those issues that I had inside of me, those doubts and those fears, to get to where I am. And I'm still going through. I ain't perfect. I am still going through. I had some major awesome things happening for me. If you looked on my Instagram page, I had the opportunity to do Monique's hair. And it was it was a dream come true because I'd never seen that happen. And I didn't contact her. She contacted me and she loved my work. Went out there and did her hair. And I went through a little depressed moment just the other day because I came to realize that she did not style her hair correctly, right? So if you look at the picture, she loves the picture. She loved her hair. When we finished it was perfect. But whoever styled her hair just kind of pushed it back like that. They didn't tease out the baby hair like I taught her to do or told her to do. You know, she probably wasn't even paying attention to that. She was just like, oh, you know.
What time you
going? And so with that style, it didn't reflect my work. And so Shade Room picked up the picture. And if you look at the commentary on that picture, you would just dig a hole for yourself and just crawl in that hole and shrivel up.
But guess what? I went and grabbed her by her hair and put her out the hole.
Not by my hair though, but yeah, he really had to do that. And also,
and then she got called right back.
I had to motivate. Well, I was still in that though. I had to motivate myself spiritually. Like last night was a perfect word. Last night was a perfect word that I was watching at my church, and it was streaming live. I couldn't get to go, but that word just talked about whosoever is without sin, let them cast the first stone. And the pastor said, you know, nobody is... Never read the comments on the internet. I know, but I'm human. It's so true. But I looked at those things, and I was just like...
They don't talk about me so bad.
I had anxiety like the whole time thinking about Monique. Like she won't never call me back. Like that's it. My career is done. Like everybody's laughing at me right now. Like all the styles, and they probably were. I realized like a lot of them who I thought was cool, you know, they was throwing shade like hell. It's all good. It made me realize a lot of things, though. I needed that moment. It made me realize a lot of things about myself, where my head is at, how to, you know, fix those situations. I got a lot of self-esteem issues going on. Self-esteem issues going on.
You gonna call time?
And so I realized it, and I had to fix those things. Hold on. And so what I'm just saying, what happened was when she called me back, it was like, oh, she called me back. So she's not even reading those comments. And she told me something when I was there, and she said, baby, I didn't. If I post a picture and you don't like it, you know, you just tell Tuffy, which is her assistant, and I will take it down. She said, I didn't know that I was supposed to wear it a certain way, baby. I didn't even understand, but I loved it, though. It was just a lot of hair for me, and the next time, you know, so I got a gig with her every Tuesday.
Care.
Look at that. Look at God. She didn't even care. And I'm over here wanting to dig a hole for myself, having anxiety and panic attacks about thinking about what others are thinking about me because of the commentary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, dang. But for me, it was kind of like, you know, like how Erykah Badu say, you know, that's your craft, or that's your work. You sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive about it.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
Haters is definitely gonna hate.
We got a minute and 27.
Yeah,
we got a minute and 25.
But that was my little mental health issue that I went through for like the past week.
And I was there, you know, and I wasn't trying to fix it. You know, I was just there for an ear. But I was really trying to get her to understand. I said, man, but this is very big. And then,
I couldn't understand how he was telling me. And and God has a funny way when you're not listening and you're not understanding who he sent here to be your helpmate. Then he sends other things. Because when I told you yesterday, it was just like, boom. Girl, I said, boom. Girl, I told you stop listening. Boom. Like just hit me in the face with things. And I was just like, okay, God, I get it. Thank you. I feel relieved. Oh, it was just lifted off of me. Like, who cares about what they think? That's social media for you. It's Shade Room. What the hell you thought? It's Shade Room. They gonna throw shade. Okay. I'm just saying. But yeah.
Everybody, thank you for that tuned in. Thank you, because it got turned into her. It was supposed to be about spirit.
It was. That I was telling
playing.
them.
I know it's a joke. Calm down.
Gosh.
That's 25 seconds to let everybody know. Come back every Thursday. Shout out to everybody that took time out of their afternoon to come, their nighttime, to come sit down and, grow with us. Love y'all, everybody.
See you next Thursday.
Yeah, if I don't know y'all, it's all good.
Send us some topics you'll love for us